Hey family, wanted to go ahead and talk about the code for the week, which is You Matter. Now, the timing of this is pure, I can't call it accidental, dude. Wasn't my plan. Let me explain what I mean by that. Is that for those of you that are a part of the Radiate Church volunteers, they've already put out the next sermon series, and literally the sermon series that Pastor Brandon's going to be going over next is called You Matter. Not my intention. Again, God told me about this months ago. The timing of this was not planned by anybody, and that just tells me that there's something going on here that is much greater than ourselves. When, and this is, if you haven't realized it, when you listen to the sermons in Radiate on Sunday, and then you listen to the explanations of the codes that we're working through, there's parallels this whole time. What I've been working with you on and what Pastor Brandon has been teaching you has not been coordinated between the two of us. There's been no discussion on all of this. And when something as literal as the title of the code the week leading into the next sermon series are identical, God's trying to tell us something. Something's going on here that we need to pay attention to because there's no such thing as coincidences. There really isn't. So let's talk about You Matter. We are children of God. We were created in God's image. He created us on purpose, not by accident. We are loved by God so much that He gave His Son for us. You matter. And even besides that, you are a father, a daughter, a mother, a son, a cousin, a friend. You matter. You're loved. You're cherished. You matter. See, God doesn't make mistakes. He made you just the way you are, on purpose, not on accident. And He breathed the breath of life into you. And He doesn't do that for just anything. He did it on purpose for you. You matter. And here's the crazy thing to think about. So, if you matter so much to God, that means you should matter to everyone else as well. Think about it this way. When you go to work in the morning, whether you work at home, you work somewhere else, or you don't work at all, just run with the example with me. When your boss speaks to you, your boss is somebody that's important. They control your future in many ways. Your hiring, your firing, your salary, your raises, your days off. You tend to pay attention. When that boss, that supervisor speaks to you, you pay attention because they matter. They have effect on your life. And so you put a little bit more focus on them. Well, what about those people who might work for you if you are a supervisor or you're in a position of authority? The people that work underneath you, work for you, they matter because if they're not equipped properly, they won't accomplish your job or they won't accomplish their job, which means you're going to fail at your job. If they're not equipped, if they're not motivated, if they're not focused, if they're not trained, they're going to fail, which is going to make you fail. So you have to pay attention. You have to feed into them. You have to train them, equip them, ensure that they are on task and on point because if they're successful, you're successful. They matter. And so in both of those circumstances, the people that you interact with matter because they influence you. They influence your world. Well, understand that in the sense that they influence you, in addition to that, they're also children of God. What about everyone else? What about that person who does cut you off in traffic? They matter. They matter to somebody. They matter. They're a father. They're a son. They're a mother, daughter. They are loved. They are cherished. They are a child of God. They matter. What about that person that just gets under your skin? And we talk about this a lot because, we all have them. We have that person that, I wish you would stop talking because I can't handle you right now. But they matter. They're important. And when you realize and you recognize that those people that you interact with, those that are not hugely influential in your life, those that are simply players in your story, they are the people you interact with, they're the people that you have to work through, work around, that they matter. How much more are you going to pay attention to them? How much more are you going to recognize their importance, even though they don't play a major role in your day, in your life? Because they matter to somebody, and especially they matter to God. And if we treat them like they matter, maybe we will be put in a position where we can introduce them to God. So understand, you matter is important, because we have to recognize that every single person that we come in contact with on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, matters. They matter to God. And because they matter to God, they should matter to us as well. So, live it out. Pray it out. We'll talk about it on Friday. If you got any questions, as always, you can reach out to me. I'm always available. I love you. Good luck. See you on Friday.